The most popular Twitter and YouTube personalities have millions of subscribers. A single TV broadcast can reach billions in one night.
Supremacy.
With the Antichrist being someone who's going to rise to power quickly, obviously using social media outlets is a great way to become popular, to get to be known, and then eventually rise to power. You may already be following the Antichrist on the internet.
According to the book of Revelation, those who are left behind must be marked in order to get by in the new post-rapture world.
And that no man might buy or sell, save that he had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, 666.
Many think the mark of the beast already exists, and mankind is embracing it with reckless abandon.
We know by translation the Bible tells us that 666 is going to be that mark of the beast, the one that shows the sign of the devil. But what exactly does that mean? The only sign we will have when the Antichrist comes to full power, according to the Bible, is that we will all be placed with the mark of the beast in order to buy or sell or trade any item. Basically, all of economics controlled by one individual. Let's look at the Social Security card system. We're given a number. That number dictates whether or not we can get jobs or apply for credit, you name it. It kind of correlates with the mark of the beast, don't you think?
To both the faithful and the fearful, signs of the coming of the Antichrist are everywhere.
Pestilence, poverty, war, famine, all of this going on to essentially consecrate the arrival of the evil one.
When we return, is the Antichrist already here on Earth, waiting for his moment to take control? Who could it be? And what might life on planet Earth look like under his rule?
It's entirely possible that the Antichrist has already been born and is being raised right now as we speak.
Unsealed Conspiracy Files. Welcome back to the world of conspiracy. This is Unsealed Conspiracy Files. Since the death of Christ almost 2 millennia ago, Christians have been awaiting his return. But according to the book of Revelation, before the Son of Man comes back, the son of Satan must rise. Some say he's already here. But how will we know him?
Stella.
The Antichrist originally was this demonic-looking figure with horns, very much like what we would see as the devil.
Today's experts have a much more modern view of how the Antichrist would appear to us.
You have more of that slick and suave-looking, maybe human-like appearance to the Antichrist that varies from the Antichrist of 2,000 years ago.
What are the characteristics of the Antichrist that we ought to be alert to? First of all, is someone who's going to invite us to participate in their power.
Over the course of history, there is no shortage of people accused of being that Antichrist.
Clearly, Napoleon and Hitler weren't the Antichrist, or at least not the only Antichrist, because we're all still here.
So who could it be? Hundreds of world leaders, past and present, have been accused of being the Antichrist.
According to the book of Revelation, the Antichrist is going to be someone who's extremely charismatic, who is good-looking, who can lie without batting an eyelash.
But what would a world united under the Antichrist look like? 3 different possibilities emerge. The first involves a world where nobody even knows he's arrived.
One scenario would be that a figure would appear to be the second coming of Christ.
In this version of events, mankind is duped into believing that Christ himself has returned. People willingly give up their freedom of speech and freedom of religion.
One common perception is that it would be a one-world government under the rule of the Antichrist. It would be a one-world government of evil.
Everyone on Earth voluntarily takes on the mark of the beast in the form of an implanted GPS tracking number.
There will be a leader who appears to be holding hatred. People rally around this person, and the real agenda is just sheer power.
Show your enemy what a real
A totalitarian state, 100 times worse than Soviet Russia, emerges.
3 minutes left.
Big Brother monitors your every word and thought. Earth becomes a virtual prison camp.
Imagine the world under a single totalitarian government. We've actually seen that. And millions and millions of people were executed. People couldn't come and go as they pleased. They had to work where they told them to work and did everything they wanted from the state.
World 2 under the Antichrist is even worse. When the righteous are
The only people with sentience.
I'm sorry.
rapes, riots, and murders run rampant.
I'll just go to my dad's. I'll just
Morality
go there.
gone. Society breaks down. Mankind obliterates itself in an orgy of killing and degradation.
It really is a horrible vision. The world ruled by the Antichrist.
The third scenario is the bleakest of them all. Once the Antichrist reveals himself, the pretense of peace will be dropped, and all must kneel before him or be killed. According to Scripture, 2 out of 3 people will perish in the hell on earth that follows, and they'll be the lucky ones. The Antichrist, with every weapon and army at his disposal, will initiate a holocaust against all of mankind. Nuclear warheads will rain from the heavens. Chemical weapons will poison land, sea, and sky. Whoever survives will be bombarded with biological agents designed to inflict slow, painful death on the remainder of
I
humanity.
can't wait to see what you do
What
with
if
that.
Hitler had the atomic bomb? Imagine if that kind of an evil man had the ability to wield all the world's biological weapons.
Whichever scenario takes place under the Antichrist, the final step is still the same. After 7 years, Jesus returns and battles the Antichrist. Hundreds more millions die. The valley of Megiddo fills with the blood of the evil and righteous alike.
Armageddon is the name that the book of Revelation gives for the great battle, the great cataclysmic confrontation between the children of light and the children of darkness, good and evil.
The good news? Christ wins. Satan will be bound in hell for 1,000 years. The bad news, at least according to Scripture, most of us won't survive to see it. The Antichrist. Is he real? Does he walk among
You're
us?
defeated.
Is his master plan of death and destruction already underway? And what can we do about it?
Or you can fight again and
Unsealed.
reclaim your glory.
Conspiracy Files. Is the Antichrist here on Earth? Millions throughout the world fear his arrival. Millions more look forward to it.
I believe that a number of Christians out there do look forward to the coming of the Antichrist because they will be raptured, or they believe they will be raptured and reunited with God and Jesus Christ.
According to true believers, when the Antichrist comes, if you manage to recognize and avoid him, you receive eternal salvation. On the other hand, if he's real and you fall for what he's selling, you'll have a long time to think about your mistake. This is Unsealed. Conspiracy Files. Terminators, unmanned vehicles, synthetic organisms. Is the military merging human DNA and artificial intelligence to create killing machines that will one day rule the world?
Whatever ability or function, scientists somewhere trying to make a robot do the exact same thing.
Does the government already have a real-life Skynet that is capable of running a war with no human intervention?
Right now we're facing a free-for-all. There are military contractors, mad scientists driven to make money, most efficient machines that will make human beings completely expendable.
Tonight, science fiction becomes science fact as the fast-approaching rise of the machines is unsealed. What if the history you were taught in school was all a lie? Is our government controlled by a secret society? Welcome to the world of conspiracy, where cover-ups, secrets, and hidden agendas all trace back to a single source. We're about to unseal the secret files the government doesn't want you to know about. This is Unsealed. Conspiracy Files. 1917, World War I. Trenches scar the face of Europe as Allied and enemy forces dig into the ground. In an attempt to gain the upper hand, the United States Army secretly rushes to manufacture an unpiloted airplane known as the Kettering Bud. It is the first military drone to ever hit the skies, carrying 180 pounds of explosives with a target range of 75 miles.
Aviation was in its infancy, yet we're already trying to figure out how to use this technology as a weapon.
In the 1930s, Russia develops the Teletank, a mechanized monster with a built-in flamethrower and machine gun. In the 1940s, the Nazis roll out the Goliath tracked mine, a deadly miniature remote-controlled tank.
I'll be back there.
The first baby steps of the rise of the machines.
Don't say all Donna's right. Just ask in front of Donna if you have to.
70 years later, the U.S. now has the largest and most powerful army of unmanned drones in the world.
Technology has completely changed war as we fought it for the last couple thousand years. Now we can fight those battles and take another man's life without ever putting ourselves into harm's way.
And much of the technological progress can be linked to one organization, the Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency.
DARPA was created in 1958 by President Dwight D. Eisenhower after the launch of Sputnik by the Soviet Union in 1957. Its purpose was simple. It was aimed to research all those highly advanced scientific discoveries and take the next step in regards to technology.
DARPA has been critical in the development of NASA, the Internet, and the stealth bomber. But that's just the tip of the technological iceberg.
DARPA is a very open agency because they do talk a lot about what they are researching, what they're investigating, and some of the scientific advances that they have taken. But if they'll tell us that much, you have to ask yourself, what aren't they telling you?
One product of DARPA research is the nano hummingbird. The 1 ounce flyer can move backwards, forwards, and hover in one place. With funding from DARPA, Big Dog was developed to carry heavy loads over rough terrain.
These things are real. They're not fiction. Luckily, these are ours, at least for the time being.
Highbot Snake is an amphibious device that's mobile on solid ground
Well,
and
yeah, just playing Crucible, like I said. Not really playing. Just gonna.
As science makes these advances, they start creating robots that do very small things. One can carry heavy loads, another jumps very high. When you start putting all of that technology together, all of a sudden you have a super soldier.
You don't have PlayStation Plus.
And then there are the drones.
Oh, fucking shit,
One
man.
in 3 military aircraft operates without a human pilot. And their numbers increase every day.
In the beginning, there was a man in the middle of Nevada, DC, or even just outside the battlefield that was controlling this piece of machinery. But now, as technology advances, these machines can actually fly themselves.
As machines begin to outnumber the human soldier, will the technology we are creating to assist us turn against us?
Right now, the intelligent machines are on our side because they're programmed to be.
3 minutes.
If you think the coming robot apocalypse is going to be nation versus nation, think again. Many of the machines most likely to stage an uprising are already in our homes.
It's crazy to think that these devices can't be used against us. And if something can be used against us, they will be used against us.
Unsealed Conspiracy Files. Welcome back to the world of conspiracy. This is Unsealed Conspiracy Files. Every year, the machines we make get one step closer to replacing us altogether. But instead of being wary of robots, Americans just embrace them all the more. Unsealed case file. Smart toys. 1998, the American International Toy Fair in New York City. A fuzzy talking figure soon becomes the must-have Christmas gift of the season. The Furby is the first successful attempt to sell a robot to the domestic market. Prices for the electronic toys soon top $100 on the resale market.
Furby would come and it would only know the language Furbish. Kids would teach it how to learn in English, learn words.
The Furby automatically records bits and pieces of its owner's conversations. Consumers are fascinated. The National Security Administration bans the toy from their offices.
Simply by listening to us, it was becoming intelligent. And shouldn't the NSA ban give us a clue about the path we're going down?
1 year later, the Sony robot dog Ivo further solidifies the consumer's love of a robot companion.
There's a huge difference between remote control robots and autonomous robots. Autonomous robots don't need human interaction. They can literally make a decision for itself and be programmed to completely live its robotic life by its own.
With just minor adjustments, these robot dogs can take and send photographs wirelessly. A few more tweaks allow several to work together as a soccer team.
They're learning, they're working together, and they're sending photos of their surroundings to people. How is that not setting off alarm bells?
30 seconds.
Just 1 year later, in 2000, Honda introduces the first humanoid robot for home use. They name him Asimo for Advanced Steps in Innovative Mobility. His stated goal? To assist humans with physical limitations.
The idea, the concept was there that one day we would rely on these robots to help us with our everyday tasks.
From welding to vacuuming, from performing delicate surgery
You have advanced.
to making
Victory
noodles,
well executed.
there seems to be no limit to what a robot can learn to do.
Targets eliminated.
And they're talking to each other.
My Roomba has a USB port and a Bluetooth. Who does it need to communicate with?
We openly share our personal info via social networks. We willingly allow our every move to be tracked by GPS.
Imagine an artificial intelligence software utilizing all that data. It can literally map your entire life.
1 billion Facebook users on 1 billion smartphones. Each cell phone and profile containing hundreds of bits of information about you and all your contacts.
If you look at our technological information, our banking information, our power grids,
It up to them on a silver platter.
First, we like the interconnectedness. We think it's great. But pretty soon we become dependent